Please help me to reach 600 subscribers. I never imagined that a single misstep at a crowded party could shatter everything I had built with someone I loved. But that's exactly what happened. My fiancé Ethan and I had been together for 4 years. We shared a cozy apartment in a quiet Colorado town, complete with a tiny balcony overlooking the mountains. Our wedding was planned for the following spring, and everything in my life felt steady, safe, and comforting, until that night. Ethan's best friend, Ryan, had been a constant in his life since childhood. They grew up on the same block, played baseball together, and even attended the same college. Ryan always struck me as the carefree, mischievous one, the kind of person who didn't take life too seriously. Ethan was his opposite, steady, thoughtful, and disciplined, but somehow that contrast made their friendship work. That weekend, Ryan invited us to a big party at his cousin's house. I wasn't in the best frame of mind. Work had been overwhelming, wedding plans were stressful, and Ethan had been traveling so much that month that we barely saw each other. I was tired, lonely, and struggling to keep up a cheerful front. When we arrived, the house was packed. The music was loud, the lights dim, and every corner was crammed with people. Ethan immediately went to greet friends, leaving me standing awkwardly among strangers. Ryan appeared beside me with a grin. "You look like you need a drink," he said, handing me a cup. I laughed and accepted it, trying to relax. He kept chatting, telling jokes, keeping the atmosphere light. For a while, I almost forgot my exhaustion. Soon, a few more people joined our group and someone suggested playing Truth or Dare. Normally, I would have said no. I disliked those games, but I didn't want to seem uptight, so I stayed. Laughter filled the room as people accepted challenges, singing, dancing, and calling old friends. For a moment it felt harmless, almost fun. Then someone looked at Ryan and said, "I dare you to kiss her," pointing at me. My heart stopped. I froze, certain the game would move on, certain Ryan would refuse. But instead, he raised an eyebrow and smirked, and the crowd began teasing us. I glanced across the room, hoping Ethan would intervene, but he was still talking to someone else. "Relax, it's just a dare," Ryan whispered. "No big deal." And in that split second, surrounded by cheering voices and my own poor judgment, I let him kiss me. It lasted only a few seconds, but they felt like an eternity. My stomach twisted the moment it ended. I knew immediately that I had crossed a line. When I turned around, Ethan was there. His expression was unreadable, wide-eyed, pale, frozen. He didn't shout. He didn't make a scene. He just looked at me like I was someone he didn't recognize. "Ethan, wait," I said, stepping forward. He shook his head. "What was that?" The room seemed to shrink. The music felt distant. I stammered through explanations. "It was just a dare." They pressured me. It meant nothing. My voice quivered. "You could have said no," he said quietly, each word sharp and heavy. "You didn't need to do that to impress anyone." I reached for him. "Ethan, it's not what it looked like." But he stepped back. "It looked exactly like it was." I tried again. "It was just a dare." He let out a slow, weary breath. "Then why did you do it?" I had no answer. Not one that could make sense. I could blame the crowd, the game, the drink, but none of it changed the fact that I had chosen to let it happen. Ethan looked at Ryan, who opened his mouth, but Ethan raised a hand to stop him. "You knew better. Both of you." Ryan's guilt was visible, but guilt couldn't undo anything. Without another word, Ethan walked toward the door. I followed him outside into the cold night. The porch light cast a soft glow, but it did nothing to soften the hurt in his eyes. "Please don't leave like this," I whispered. "How am I supposed to marry someone who does that?" His voice was calm but cutting. "I love you, Ethan. You know that," I said. "Love should come with respect," he replied. "You didn't respect us tonight." Tears blurred my vision. It was one mistake, but one that felt like it carried the weight of the world. "I didn't walk away because I stopped loving you," he said softly as he got into his car. "I walked away because I don't know if I can trust you again." Then he drove off, leaving the door gently closed behind him. That soft click hurt more than anything loud ever could. The apartment now feels empty. His shoes aren't by the door. His jacket isn't on the chair. Every corner is a reminder of the choice I made, a single moment that shattered trust built over years. I don't know what comes next. I don't know if our relationship can survive this. But one thing is clear: trust can take a lifetime to build, and seconds to destroy. Please help me to reach 600 subscribers.